Hello once again, this is your Professor, Danny Araneta Cabulay, for the course Leadership in the Travel Business. So still we're talking about executive coaching. So what is the value of challenging? You know, part of coaching is challenging the coachee, yung kino-coach mo. Kasi kung minsan yung coachee, hindi niya alam ang kanyang potential. Akala niya hanggang dito lang siya. Pero actually, pag pinush mo pa siya, pwede siya makaabot ng mas mataas pang level ng performance. So, this is when you stretch the performance of the employee. Ito yung tinatawag na stretch zone. Kasi yung comfort zone, yan yung kaya nating gawin. We're comfortable, we're not stressed, we're relaxed. Yung stretch zone, yan yung pinupush pa natin yung empleyado natin to do more. Okay? For less time. And then, yung stress zone na tinatawag, we overload the employee. Kung minsan mag-breakdown na siya, kawawa naman. Yung mga mahina-hina na empleyado, magbe-breakdown talaga sila. They're not prepared for that type of performance or that type of demands of the work. Lalo na yung mga employers na medyo malupit, no? Pinag-o-overtime ang empleyado, tinatambakan ng trabaho, yan. Mararanasan nyo yan when you get to work. Okay? So magkakaroon kayo ng mga boss na bibigyan kayo ng maraming trabaho at kayo ay susuko kasi hindi nyo kakayanin. Kasi hindi kayo sanay sa hirap. Hindi kayo sanay na pinapahirapan. Hindi kayo sanay na pinipressure. At ayaw ninyo ng pressure. Yung Generation Z, yung generation nyo, nako, konting sermon lang, nagre-resign na. Ganun. Studies have shown that pinakamataas ang suicide level, yung generation ninyo. Z generation. Marami nagpapakamatay sa generation nyo. Kaya itong nangyaring pandemic, nako, ang mental health ng mga Z generation, grabe. Grabe. Studies have proven that. So, yung pag in-stretch mo yung performance ng empleyado to the stress zone, very risky yan. Kung minsan na-aksidente sila, they make a lot of mistakes, and kung minsan, nadidepress sila. No? Anxiety levels are high. Kaya, the coach has to be careful in giving work, in overloading. Itong binibigay kong assignment sa inyo, hindi to stress zone ha, stretch zone pa lang ito. Okay? So, ang sinasabi ko, hindi ako magbibigay ng mga assignment, ng pop question na hindi nyo kakayanin. Okay? Kayang-kaya nyo sagutin yan. Pag hindi nyo nasagot, maybe tinamad lang kayo. You did not allocate time for my subject. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Hindi mahirap yung pinapagawa ko. That's why yung project that you're supposed to submit, I've given you already the instructions. If you do not understand, you can PM me, I can chat with you. I can call you up. Meron ng dalawang nag-chat sa akin. Tinawagan ko sila, maayos naman ang pag-uusap namin. I was able to explain to them how the video or how the personal reflection essay should be done. Kasi meron silang hindi maintindihan dun sa aking instruction. Pero actually, clear naman. Pero pinaliwanag ko pa rin. Pinagtiyagaan ko kasi I am coaching the student. Pinagtiyagaan ko talaga. Okay? So, tandaan nyo, itong mga assignments ninyo, stretch zone pa lang ito. Hindi pa to stress zone. Okay? So, let me give you an example. Let us say you were given task assigned by a manager. Let's say you are a housekeeping staff. Naglilinis ng kwarto. Okay? Housekeeper. So, on the first week, bagong hire ka lang, first week, pinaglinis ka ng isang kwarto. Naku, nalinis mo yung isang kwarto, isang suite, no, sa hotel within 3.5 hours. Okay? Matagal yon, mabagal yon. That's not efficient. Kasi yun ang comfort zone mo. Second week, pinaulit sa'yo, maglinis ka uli ng kwarto. On the average, nakakalinis ka ng isang kwarto within 2.5 hours. Slightly better. Still, that is your comfort zone. On the third week, so araw-araw naglilinis ka ng kwarto. Okay? Every day. So on the third week, napansin ng supervisor mo, ng manager mo, bumibilis. 1.5. Yan na yung iyong tinatawag na stretch zone. Pero syempre, sabi ng manager mo, dapat sa isang shift, 8 hours, ikaw ay makalinis ng 15 na kwarto. Ibig sabihin dapat 30 minutes lang nakalinis ka na ng kwarto. So, pinilit mo, kinaya mo, Aba, ang galing naman. On the 4th week, nakakalinis ka na ng isang kwarto within half an hour or 30 minutes. Yan na yung tinatawag na stress zone. For your information, if you work in a 5-star hotel in the housekeeping department, that is the standard. You should be able to clean one guest room within 30 minutes. Pag hindi ka nakakalinis ng guest room within 30 minutes, mabagal ka. You are not efficient. Okay? So mababa ang magiging evaluation score mo. Performance appraisal score mo will not be high as a housekeeper. So take note, that is the standard. So sa umpisa, comfort zone muna. Then stretch zone. Finally, the stress zone. So believe me, when you start to work for multinational companies, you will be experiencing what you call the stress zone. Brace yourself. Okay? Brace yourself. Kasi diyan makikita kung ikaw ay tatagal o hindi. Okay? Kung hindi mo kaya yung stress zone, anong na-realize mo? Maybe you can change your career. Hindi ka pala pang housekeeping, baka pang F&B ka. But take note, kung F&B ka and you will start as a server or you will start as a supervisor, you should be able to serve, let's say, 10 tables per shift. 10 long tables per shift. Kaya mo ba yon? Kasi kung hindi mo kaya yon, magko-complain ang customers kasi masyado kang mabagal. Okay? So again, every kind of job, let's say in an airline, no, there are 230 passengers and there are only 4 flight attendants. So 4 flight attendants will have to serve the needs of 230 passengers. Kaya? Kasi pag hindi mo kaya yon, you might end up quitting your job. Okay? So very important, you try to be comfortable with the stretch zone towards the stress zone. Okay? Feedbacking is important when you do coaching. Kasi without feedback, you would not know how is the coachee doing. Okay ba siya? O baka susuko na siya? Okay? Feedback is a gift. Sometimes, pag may feedback, we take it negatively. It can be used to reinforce good performance, as well as to help people improve. It helps you focus people's attention on behaviors that got them to their current level of performance. Kaya very important ang feedback. So far, based on your answers to pop questions 1 to 5, which I've already graded, okay naman ang mga sagot nyo. You're all doing well. So there is no reason for you to panic or to feel down or to feel agitated. Kapag kayo ay nag-agitate, kayo ay nagiging anxious, no? Tamang hinala lang yon. Okay? And that's bad. That's bad for your health. You worry too much. Okay? Ako, as a teacher, chillax lang. Wala akong pakialam sa paligid ko. Wala akong pakialam sa pinagsasasabi ng mga ibang tao. Basta para sa akin, I know what I'm doing. Okay? And I encourage you to do the same thing. Feel good about yourself. Don't make reasons why you will feel bad about yourself. Okay? Stop being negative. Yan ang payo ko sa inyo. Okay? The more you talk about your problems, the more you talk about your anxiety, lalong lumalala yan. It's getting worse. Okay? To the point that later on, baka kung anong pasukin mong gulo. You might create trouble for yourself. Okay? So remember, feedback is the effect of an action. It is a cycle. So you keep on improving the action, so the effect will be better. Try to avoid negative things that you got from the feedback. If you got a negative feedback, you avoid it. So the action that you take will be better next time. Okay? People are not their behaviors. Accept the person and change the behavior. So, hindi mo gusto ang kilos ng isang tao. So you criticize the behavior, not the person. Okay? So do not insult the person, but you simply correct the behavior. Okay? Very important yun. Everyone is doing their best they can with the resources they have available. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, nagpapaturo ako kung paano gamitin yung sistema ng UST. Merong isang teacher na tumulong sa akin. Actually, dalawa sila. Pagkatapos nila akong turuan, hindi naman nila tinuro lahat. Ang tinuro lang nila a portion. So, paano ako makakakilos kung kaunti lang yung natutunan ko? Hindi naman tinuro lahat. So, ang nangyari, nangangapa pa rin ako. So, ginawan ko na ng paraan. Okay? So, remember, everybody's doing their best. Kasi at that time, ako yung kino-coach, ako yung coachee. So, I did my best. Okay? So, what happened is, kung hindi ma-appreciate yung best ko, wala na akong pakialam doon. Basta sinasabi ko, there are very limited resources made available to me. So, kaya, perhaps on Monday and Wednesday, next week, we will be having Zoom lectures using my own Zoom account. I will not use the UST Zoom anymore kasi hindi nga ako maka-access eh. I don't know why. Okay? And nobody's helping me. Okay? So that's what's gonna happen. Sometimes you will get discouraged. People will say yes. Some people will say no. It's a good mix. Don't expect everybody to agree with you. Don't expect everybody to like you. Ganun lang kasimple yun. Okay? So, elements of feedback, it should be timely. You give feedback at the right time. Wag wrong timing. Halimbawa, kamamatay lang yung tatay nung kino-coach mo. Tapos, nagko-coach ka ng mga negative feedback. Kamamatay lang nung tatay niya. Wag ka namang masyadong nega. Wrong timing ka eh. Very down, full of anxiety, nagluluksa yung kino-coach mo. Tapos, nag-feedback ka pa ng negative. Napaka-insensitive mo naman na coach. Di ba? O, ganun lang kasimple yon. When you give feedback, huwag ka magbigay ng feedback na general. Dapat yung feedback mo specific. Okay? For example, may project. Binigyan mo ng score na mababa, 85. Sir, bakit po 85 lang yung grade namin? Hindi po ba maganda? May mali po ba? Oo. Ano ho yung papalitan namin? Lahat, palitan nyo. Hindi specific yon. You have to specify. Anong portion yung papalitan? Hindi mo pwedeng lahat mali. Okay? May portion na tama, may portion na mali. So, specify what are the items to be replaced or to be modified. Okay? So, you have to be very specific in giving feedback. And balanced. Hindi puro negative. Dapat may positive at saka may negative comments. Hindi puro negative. Or lalong hindi dapat puro positive. Dapat maraming positive, merong konting negative, or vice versa. Okay? Now, let's look at the GROW model. So, the GROW model is simple. It stands for goal. What is the goal? So, when you coach somebody, identify what is the goal. Ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari? Gusto mo itong empleyado na to ay in 2 years' time, maging supervisor siya. That's a goal. So, dapat makuha niya lahat ng mga attributes, competencies of a good supervisor. Kahit na staff level pa lang siya. The reality is that hindi pa siya ready. Marami siyang mga kailangan pang matutunan to become an effective supervisor. So, you have to realize the gaps. Okay? So, meron siyang personal concerns, meron din siyang work-related concerns, etc. Ano mga options? So, pwede mo siyang paatinin ng mga seminars, pwede mo siyang bigyan ng mga personal pointers, pwede mo siyang bigyan ng committee work, etc. So those are your options. And then way forward, what is possible? Okay? Kasi baka mamaya yung seminars hindi pala possible kasi walang budget. So doon na lang tayo sa committee work at saka personalized pointers. Okay? So yun yung way forward. So that's the GROW model. What do you want to achieve for your coachee? What is the reality? What are the options? And which options are possible? Okay? Remember, coaching is the art of facilitating the performance and learning and development of another person. Coaching is not leading. Coaching is not managing. Coaching is not instruction. Coaching is not mandating. Coaching is not disciplinary. Coaching is not giving advice. Coaching is not offering opinions. It is something else. Okay? But sabi nga natin, it is the leadership style of the future. So yung leadership, yung leading, mapapalitan na yan. It's gonna be coaching. Yun ang sabi ng mga experts sa Amerika. Okay? A coach does not need to be right. Hindi siya kailangan tama lagi. Kaya ako, I don't claim that I'm always right. Okay? The coach does not need to be the expert. Yeah? Anyone can coach. Even an ordinary employee can coach another person. Why not? Okay? Ang tawag doon ay peer coaching. The coach does not need to know the right answer all the time. The coach does not need to be in control. The coach does not need to fix it. No? Does not need to heal or make it better. The coach enables. The coach supports. The coach directs. Okay? So, coaching is also not mentoring. Magkaiba yan. A mentor is usually long-term, while a coach is for immediate performance issues. Okay, so you see the difference between coaching and mentoring? A coach is successful when the individual or team they are coaching is successful at attaining a higher level of performance. It is not the coach who wins, it is the coachee. Okay? Kaya nung lumaban kami sa Harvard many years back, twice ako lumaban sa Harvard at saka once sa Vienna, Austria for business planning competition. It's an entrepreneurial idol of the world competition. I coached students from FEU and they became world champions in business planning, in entrepreneurship. So nung kinoach ko sila, I was so jubilant. I realized it's not my victory, it is actually theirs. Pero syempre, ako yung nag-coach, no? Kaya I feel that I have a coaching skill. Okay? I have the competence of a coach. Kaya I would like to train other people, like you, younger people, to become good coaches also in the future. You can become a good coach. Okay? Finally, the only way to become adept at coaching is to do it. Hindi yan nakukuha sa libro. Kasi nagtataka ko sa mga ibang teachers, lecture ng lecture tungkol sa pagko-coach, lecture ng lecture about leadership. It doesn't make them a leader. It doesn't make them a coach. You have to do it. Kaya ako, all my life, whether I'm in a school setting, or I'm in a hotel, or I'm in an airline, I have practiced coaching. I have seen how my former employees have grown and became very successful in their respective careers. So I had a student who became a vice president of San Miguel Corporation, the biggest corporation in the country. I had 2 accounting students who have become partners of SGV, the biggest auditing firm. I have had 1 student in tourism who became a general manager of a resort in Palawan. I have 1 student who became a director of Deloitte in Paris, France. And many, many others. No? One of my former telephone operators in Hyatt, where I was the HR manager, well, ngayon, siya lang naman ang Assistant Vice President ng Resorts World Manila. Okay? Maxime, a 6-star hotel. Ang current GM ng Bellevue Bohol ay dati ko lang cashier. Kahero ko lang dati. Pero ngayon siya na yung GM ng isang 5-star hotel. So, minapala naman siguro siya nung ako ang dati niyang boss. So you see, I have coached so many already in my lifetime. I hope that in your batch, you have learned something from this lecture on coaching. So that's the end of the lecture on coaching. I hope you learned something. But I'll give you a sample, no? Sample of coaching, okay? A coaching program. A coaching program must be carefully designed to ensure positive incremental results at each phase and interval. The coaching outcomes must be clear and communicated to the coachee. A great deal of flexibility with time may be allowed, but both coach and coachee must be disciplined with time. Performance evaluation results must be communicated to coachee with a program for corrective action. So dapat yung mga kamalian na makikita sa coachee, kino-correct kagad yun. Okay? Hindi na siya pinatatagal. I'll give you an example of a sample coaching program. So the employee is Riza Arnaldo. She is a restaurant team leader. A team leader is a supervisor. So duration ng coaching, February to November 2019. So parang 10 months. So this is the actual coaching program in 2019, before the pandemic, okay? Ang target position ay magiging assistant manager siya after the coaching program, okay? Or maybe a year after, no? To attend annual conference for NCR managers, observe the MANCOM meetings, attend 8 seminars covered by the MDP, mag-OIC duty siya for 10 times, magkakaroon siya ng isang committee chairmanship at 4 na committee membership, bibigyan siya ng personality training and makeover sessions. Wow! Very comprehensive. And then, expected outcome, she will have improved decision-making skills, develop critical thinking, demonstrated excellent planning skills, better communication skills, more professional look and image. Sino magko-coach? Si Rory Albert, yung department head niya or manager. Magkano budget? 10,000 for the conference and 30,000 for the seminars and 9,000 for the personality training and makeover. Then, evaluation, she will be observed within 10 months, a 10-month period. Okay? What are the challenges in coaching? Well, there are coaching-related issues like health, motivation, finances, support group, family, indecisiveness. Yan. Yung mga pikinalaman sa kino-coach. Kasi kung minsan yung kino-coach, maraming problema sa bahay, nagkakasakit, hindi siya motivated, depressed siya, wala siyang support group, wala siyang makausap. Yan, hindi maka-decide. Okay? Usually yan sa mga batang kino-coach, no? Then there are coach-related issues. Slave driver yung coach, pamatay yung mga nire-require, okay? Sexual harassment, manyakis yung coach, ethics, no? Walang modo, may pagkabastos yung coach, or napalitan yung coach. So, pag napalitan yung coach, mag-a-adjust na naman si coach, eh. Mahirapan siya. Kasi hindi siya nasanay dun sa bagong coach, no? Mas gusto niya yung dating coach. Conflict of interest. Yan. Coaching strategy-related issues. Baka lagi na po postpone, cost, mahal, no? Risk, trade secrets, duration, yung quality ng coaching, or others, walang feedback, walang monitoring, nagkakaroon ng accidents, or canceled yung support. Okay? So, maraming challenges in coaching. Saan ba pwedeng i-coach ang mga tao? Anong klase mga organizations? No? Ano yung mga coachable issues sa company? Marami. Leadership, business development, organizational politics, and so on and so forth. Napakarami yan. Okay? So, maraming pwedeng areas na mag-coach ang isang manager. So, as my final word, the only way to become adept at coaching is doing it, no? How will my team be brilliant today? So that is a very important and powerful final word. So I hope you learned something from this last session for executive coaching. Therefore, the final pop question is, coaching may bring the best in an employee or not. What factors are necessary for coaching to be effective? Can you give me at least one, just one factor? Explain your answer in 1 to 2 sentences. Deadline for posting your answer is May 25. Okay? Bye!